Hello and good day, everybody. So, finally digging into it, the Monster Hunter Tokyo Game Show uh, gameplay and trailer, because I had an extended trailer which I wish I would have watched instead of the other one, because it showed a monster that I'm pretty excited to see into the game. That's not the other version that we got in World, if you know what I'm talking about. Good for you. If you don't, you're gonna see anyways. But before I begin, we have the game. Where was I going with that? The release date of the game is definitely a lot closer. It's what, February 28th. That is pretty close. And I'm hoping, because they've had a demo already, and I'm hoping at one of the there is 3 more game show stuff that's going to be going down. Last year, or the end of the year one is going to be game of the year. I'm hoping they show off some stuff for that one. They don't, I guess that's fine, but we have 2 other game shows. I forget what they're called, but I know that they're going to be going down. They've been kind of keeping an eye on Wilds. I have been digging it. I want to see more SNS gameplay. This time around, we didn't, at least in this one. I won't be watching the whole thing. I will just be skipping around a lot, talking about it. And if you want to watch the full thing, if you haven't already, the link in the description below. This is on their main channel, Monster Hunter, that is. Unfortunately, the mic quality from these 2 fine individuals, it's not the greatest. Probably because they're using mics like that.
For the environment.
This is the end of the extended cut trailer.
In the Scarlet Forest, right, Joe?
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy. Like, we've mostly shown the when we're playing.
Yin Cut is making a return, and I was super excited to see this guy, because oddly enough, I do like the Yin Cut, but not its other side of the coin, which is the Yin Garuga. Man, that thing sucks. It's so annoying to fight.
Up until this point, and now you're getting the Scarlet
But it's
Forest,
good to
which has,
see,
like, you know, it's got like
Cut.
dense vegetation, but also, you know, it's pretty.
Oh, man, you just see a lot of the older monsters are making a return to Wilds. It's phenomenal. Also, they say that we're not getting any elder dragons in this one, or classification of elder dragons, so I'm interested to see how that goes. Now, the main justification I can see for this is the new armor system they're gonna be going for, because there's some questionable elder dragon, like I forget his name, the horse, the unicorn horse, right? That is an elder dragon. And what classification would you slap that in when it comes to the new armor set style they're going with, where you can use any flying wyvern with other flying wyvern stats, or brute wyverns with other brute wyverns, fang wyverns with other fang wyverns, right? Where would you stick elder dragons into that, where they're usually the top dog of, or the top dogs of everything, right? Because there's some elder dragons that are actually like brute wyverns, like what about the Nergigante? I would slap that in the brute wyvern, right? It's slapping about. I love the Nergigante, probably my favorite elder dragon yet. But that's the reason why I can see that they're not really going with elder dragons this time around. There is going to be what should be ancient, extinct? No, I think it's ancient wyverns that are like not in danger, but shouldn't be around anymore, like the flagship guy that we see here, which I'm assuming is gonna probably be taking place of the elder dragons. Maybe.
pretty harsh landscape. That can also change to something that's really
let's skip ahead. They showed off
Of the
some new of not a hub but a settlement, an actual settlement where it has shops and stuff.
Let's do it. And I was like, wow.
As you expected,
Turn us down a little more.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, like right in here.
Here we are.
So we are.
You actually have some shop, and it looks like we actually have some side quests. See, all the demo stuff that they were showing off, I was wondering, are we going to have side quests like these? And I was thinking maybe we'd get them because we saw the NPCs just wandering about in the field that are gathering up some stuff, right? Or just wandering around doing survey, whatever. If we're gonna get side quests like that, and then if they is how they're gonna go about it, how do we find them again? Maybe they're gonna be there certain times of the day or weather. But luckily enough, we are still getting a little town. And no cutscenes, of course, but this is nice. I'm glad there's still going to be small settlements like this. We have a cook, maybe to eat and or buy cooking supply, a forge, and a researcher.
But obviously a few more like icons and notifications compared to what.
Or this is a researcher, and that was probably like Palico stuff. And of course, you have the forge. I guess the other hammer looking thing was just like the where you can buy weapons, like you usually saw next to the forge in the other games.
In the event preview build.
Yeah, and also the time of day is very different. We've mostly
But that's
those current previews during
oh,
the day,
here
so
we do get to see.
It's kind of like
We do get to see the new monster in play, though. I still think it's crazy that there's only 5 this time around. Oh, the alpha is not in play, so maybe the alpha was the reason why there's 2. Maybe 5 monsters is the actual limit. No, I don't know. Maybe with the pack thing, that's probably why. All right, so 5 to 7. But we are going to be checking out this guy.
On PlayStation 5, and it is work in progress.
The Rooster.
Preview build, obviously.
Let's skip for a little bit. Now, I do think that this little guy
but hey, we
definitely looks nice.
Our first look in the flesh at a monster recently revealed.
Yeah, this is chemistry.
I think that's a fair pronunciation. It's probably what I would go for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it looks like it's pretty passive. Never mind.
Yeah, is it like a cassowary or something? I saw a video recently of like this really dangerous bird, and it reminds.
I think I also forget the name, but I'm not gonna dig into that right now.
That one is like a big chicken.
Birds are mean.
Like a killer ostrich or something.
The trees part of it is pretty telling.
Yes.
That sun rose real fast. What the heck?
The sun just rose like that. That's pretty cool.
It's disorienting.
So something interesting about this monster is that it is a carrion eater, so it mostly eats like monster carcasses, like creature.
Scavenger. It is a scavenger.
They don't do that much hunting on their own.
Okay, so killing monsters or hunting the monsters and dropping them, and this guy's on the field, may draw them to it, which could be nice.
But because of that, it does kind of like come into contact with some of the other monsters. I think we're about to see one of them right now.
Yes.
It's gonna be a little scrappy little thing. I
you might have seen them dunking on poor Chatacabra in some of our trailers briefly, but yeah, they will go for large monsters.
Now I do think this is pretty cool. They kind of latch onto the monster, then
even getting a knockdown.
Drop it there. Is it poisoned? Are those things poisonous?
That's kind of cool that they can, like, small monsters can have a knockdown.
That's messed up.
Yeah, seems insane.
I kind of did that just to knock it down. Oh, this is another thing. So the deserts and the forest are connected by, I guess you can say, a land bridge. I say land bridge because it's pretty much taking place of the loading screen. The loading is the loading is taking place in the background as you play, which I think is pretty cool. So it kind of kills the whole loading screen. You're going to see that we're now journeying to the forest, which is pretty cool and really makes the world feel more.
I was going to say, and as Joe mentioned, this is on PS5.
That's the word I'm looking for. One? Just one big open world?
We're hopping over to what we promised, which is the Scarlet Forest. But no, we have said multiple times that this is a seamless experience, seamless Monster Hunter. So transitioning to locations is not done through loading screens or anything, is that right?
I do like that there's some things that you can collect along the way as well, just to do something.
No, absolutely right. As we said, seamless is the key word, and it's really kind of cool to be able to show you all exactly how transitioning between locales works. And it is literally, guys, you travel between it. There's not a load.
Which I think is pretty cool. It's pretty seamless like that. You can just go from one place to another. I think that's pretty cool.
You know, you don't have to go back to...
Now the question is if you're playing in a party, can you have, and you're playing like a 4-man party, can you have 2 in the forest and 2 in the desert? I would assume that would be the case. And would you, that's another thing, is can you have multiple hunts going in the same session at the exact same time? Like a break off in parties of 2 rather than 4, but still play. But say you're playing with 4 people, you're doing some hunting in the desert, but somebody still needs, or some people still needs monsters from the desert, but you no longer need stuff from the desert, so you go to the ancient forest. Are they then forced to join you in the forest to do hunts there? Or can they do hunts in the desert still as you do hunts in the forest? I think that'd be interesting to see.
Camp and then go literally hop on your secret and get running.
And we should also note that you can't just like go to every location, even though they are connected right away. Some of them are they do become accessible.
He gets really quiet. I'm assuming what he's talking about is it's going to be story driven, where some of the areas are going to be blocked off per usual, right? Some areas you can't get to just yet until you progress the story, blah, 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 blah. All that good stuff. Now,
fallow period. Exactly, and here we are. We have now just arrived straight into the Scarlet Forest in it.
I like how that spider moves. Very sharp.
Yeah. Said hello to Lala
Very twitchy.
Yeah, this is a thing.
But I want to see.
Kind of interesting. You can attack creatures yourself.
Or skip to the whatchamacallit.
Oh my goodness, that is a nice mechanic. So when you're nice and healthy, it's okay. But if you're feeling it, they'll know.
Yep. Oh, here we go. We're right into it. That's the sneak attack on Lalabarina.
Oh, there it is. Look how it moves as well.
I like the movement of it. Also, this ancient forest. This forest, a Scarlet Forest. Probably my favorite location. I like the look of it.
Ballerina type movement, and like the movements are crisp. Like, I really like
I like that it dances around like that.
And yeah, for those wondering, this is the fallow period, so that might be why, you know, it looks a bit misty or foggy in this area, and we've got the red water as well.
Yeah, it's called the Scarlet Forest for a reason, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got these like
a little ballerina.
I don't know if you really describe them, but you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so this is part of
Oh, you can collect those?
mechanics, and as you can see, Togodu-san is demonstrating that they can actually cause paralysis after you come into contact with multiple within a short period of time.
I might be dumb. I thought you were collecting them, but he just ran into them. And I straight up thought I thought he was collecting them.
You want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so this is part of.
Oh no, he did
Lab
collect it.
Arena's kind of combat mechanics, and as you can see, Togoto-san.
Oh, he didn't collect it, he ran into it. Oh, and when you collect it, it might give... I didn't even check the top part.
This is part of.
Okay, so he collected it first, and he got the thunder, touched it again, and then he got paralyzed. Okay,
Lab Arena's
that makes sense.
mechanics, and as you can see, Togoto-san is demonstrating that they can actually cause paralysis after you come into contact with multiple with a short
So that's coming into contact via collecting or touching.
period of time.
Touching it, I guess you can say.
Very,
Period.
very vulnerable to a follow-up attack.
Yeah, and I believe that if you get hit by
Wait, the quest now started after getting a sneak attack off on him? I thought the hunt started as soon as you hit the monster. And there was a quest available. Okay,
one, you will
interesting.
get, like,
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but if
2 or
you
3?
multiple, yeah. there you go.
Okay,
it's like
bring
2 for the
Nullberries.
base one there.
Hitting it with the slinger there. Oh, looks like. Okay, I believe this is a luring pod.
Cooking.
I'm with him.
Oh,
so
let's skip forward to this turf war.
looks like
So yeah, he's definitely cooking something for us.
That is a non-alpha. Just
looks
a
like he wants to show
normal.
some turf war here. Ooh.
Whoa, just bouncing over there.
And we should say, you know, that this game is pretty open-ended, right? This is not like a scripted scenario that we're doing. The team has like kind of run through like things that could happen.
A ground pound. And paralyzed.
They get back.
Poor guy.
Lalabarita start absolutely pounding on it. Sorry, oh my goodness.
Celebrities dipping.
And just walked
You don't
away.
want none.
That, yeah, you know, I could get you if I wanted to, but I'm a merciful monster. So I'll come back to you later.
Alright, we're not gonna sit here and watch the full hunt of this. Just wanted to go through some of the areas just to check them out. And I wanted to talk about the transition, which we did, which I like a lot. It definitely gives a good fluidity to the world. I still don't know the right word I was going for. I want to see if they encounter the fish. Looks like they're going to be hunting this thing for a while. Oh, they do.
And you hear
Okay.
details on screen like the HR, Hunter rank, the amount of hours played. Those are specifically just for this build of the game, so don't like think of anything like how that's really main game. This is again.
Yeah. Purely for reference because this is like a special build. So no need to extrapolate. Like, oh, this HR, this locale, la 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 la.
Yeah, it must be when you play 50 hours of the game and then you'll
Yeah.
realize
Oh, look at that. Is that a sword and shield I see?
Ooh.
Oh, very nice.
SNS.
So, this is the first time that
SNS.
we've shown the camp area of the Scarlet Forest. So we'll have a camp here. The team is heading out right away, so we're jumping right into it. And there's our sacred. Wow, there's something different about this one, right?
Very
They're
colorful.
They're looking very sharp, aren't they?
Going off of the, when they showed off the deluxe and premium, the deluxe edition with the different sacreds there, I was already assuming that you'd be able to customize. That's what I'm looking for. Customize your sacred a bit, like you can the palicos and stuff, right?
It looks like they've kind of done the hunter and sacred kind of color matching on the outfit, you know, fashion game and all that.
Fashion game is true end
So you will
game.
be able to customize your sacred as the story
And they're going to be
progresses.
bringing layered armors into the mix, so that's nice.
Things like that.
Maybe later though. I don't know if that's going to be something you can do
About that, I know people love
super early.
to express themselves with their mounts and armor and everything matching.
Now,
Yeah, this we mentioned it earlier. This is Uthduna. This is the
Hold on, can I up the quality? Is that something I could do? Ah, I can.
apex of the Scarlet
I
Forest.
didn't do very much. just up
And
their camera
it tends to
quality.
appear more during the downpour. Again, that's that region's inclemency. Water levels are pretty much flooded at this point, so it is in its element for sure.
Exactly.
So maybe you'll encounter this thing more when when the Crimson Forest is flooding. Okay.
So it's not only going to attack you physically, but it's going to use the water environment against you. So
I'm assuming that's when waterproof is going to come in handy a lot. Because I rarely think I use water resistance. Is it water resistance? No, it's not water resistance. It's called something else. Because, whatchamacallit, the jellyfish dragon, I keep forgetting his name, starts with an N, in World kind of did what this thing does when it not really floods, but puts water, slime, whatever, down on the field. It slams its tail and it sends waves out through its little jelly pools. Kind of similar to that, and there was a way to avoid most of that.
and as you can see, moving in deep water,
It's going to be pretty similar to that.
Oh, look at those waves. Ooh, man. Yeah, when those the veils touch the water, really powerful waves. Ooh, we got the clash here.
Oh my goodness! I
I love the stabbing.
The background too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stunned this little guy. But I wonder with the SNS if you can get a guard. Well, if you can get a guard clutch. This is called a power clutch. What do they call it?
Ooh, man.
What do they call it?
Yeah, when those the veils touch the water, really powerful waves. Ooh, we got the clash here.
Oh my.
So anyways, the shield clash where you can get it with blocking weapons, and there's another where you use your charge attacks to clash the monster and stuff like that. I wonder if the SNS can do the charged power attack counter slap, whatever. Too many different things. The guard counter and then the power counter. I'm just gonna keep going with that. So again, guard counter is what I'll be referring to this, and then the power counter will be the charged counter attacks. Now, the SNS does have a charge attack, so can it power clash like the greatsword? That would be mighty cool.
My goodness.
It would really make the SNS a true jack of all trades that can do everything.
I love power clashes.
The background too.
Yeah.
It has a counter, right? Pretty sure.
By being near
Man,
it as well.
now that I'm questioning it, I don't
So
remember.
You're seeing some
Feels bad.
damage when they're
That thing
attacking the veils,
moves.
so that's actually part of
So crazy.
mechanic is actually these veils.
I wonder if you can iframe through the waves if you have enough iframes.
They protect it. It's kind of like using its own body substance and water to defend itself, but you actually
So we're getting a new damage number type.
do enough damage to those veils, they can be broken. It'll actually make good weapon.
That's cool.
That's what we're trying to do right now, yeah.
But it's great to get a visual indicator as well, so you can know which areas you're being more or less effective on there as well.
I've always had that. Yawn.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little bit of a strategy here, right? Like, yes, you are doing less damage.
You always want to see yellow numbers. If you see white letters, that's fine. But you always want to go with the yellow because it means you're in a weak point. That's the ones you want to go for. And if you see gray, that's true. This is probably taking place at the gray letters.
But in the long run,
Didn't think about that.
Yeah, if you focus up. Oh, look at that. Just pushing the waves. It's like when you go swimming and you start pushing the weight like water at your friends, but Aduna's doing it to take you out.
Yeah, so you'd like the yellow there.
But yeah, so that's why that damage number is blue. It's the veil protection that has. But part of the veil is broken. Ooh, there we go. Things are clearing up now.
Look at all that color.
It moves so crazily in the air.
In the environment, but on Luna as well.
And it looks even prettier.
Here we are, we're in the
It's so
planet now.
colorful.
It almost gives like a slightly tropical vibe.
So vibrant. It's such a contrast. To the
And of course, we have the gassy monkey, which I
Come alive.
personally was not expecting to see. I hated this guy so much. As a kid,
Big old
having a monkey fart on you is not something you want.
No, probably not.
And a plant ate a bird.
Wow, but this is a living, breathing.
It's the little things that can add to the world just like that. Just like that.
world.
The little things. The little
and as
details.
part of that, there-
And when you run
Big
by
ones
them
that
and
have
touch
their
those,
lungs
looks like they
pressed
snap
Yeah.
closed
Watch
too.
a little
Interesting.
nature documentary right there. Ooh,
But
there's
those nature enjoyers here with the trap plant there, the carnivorous one, I mean, spicy.
yeah, look at
Out transit. Honey!
That's a lot of honey. Because we know where to go to farm honey. Jeez. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to see this guy.
that people know quite well.
This is not what I was
Maybe
expecting.
have speculated.
Welcome to Wild.
All right, yeah, this is Congalala.
It's good to see some of the older monsters come back.
Make it a stink already.
And it's not alone, right? It's got these little congas next to it. You know, I think with a lot of the monsters in this game, you travel in packs now. There's a true
Oh, it's true. So they introduced this guy with the pack mechanic as well. Oh wait, it was kind of like that in older game. Well, this is simply because he was always in areas that had the monkeys.
Mushroom, so it can use poison breath attacks. So you need to keep an eye on what Kongala's munching on, lest you get surprised.
Oh, he's on Charge Blade now. Man,
Yeah, it's cool that now that this has been a really long requested monster. It's approved now. You see it in all this detail.
I think that's really everything.
It
showed off.
Type of breath change based upon what mushroom they've been eating, but also the kind of size and shape of the breath attack. So you know you need to.
And we get fishing. The last thing we get to see is the fish. Oh, and we have the okay, one more thing after this. And take a look at the native little guys.
Show them a little bit of love.
Yes, you can
Got
pet
it.
the pelican. Ooh.
Here we go.
Of course, we get the fishing, which will give us ingredients and other mats per usual.
Apparently during the plenty period, morning and sunset is when the fish tend to gather the most. So for any of you keen fisher folk out there,
Fishing is good because in the other games it would give you scale that you would be able to use that was far superior than the whetstone. It would just be a one and done type of situation. So it was always good to have a good stockpile of those on hand. Especially if you're going at it and trying hard. I did that on a few occasions.
good time to get the rod out.
To beat my own times at least.
Ryozo-san is one of those, right? From your Gamescom
Yeah.
experience.
Or any excuse for some fishing.
But it's good for cooking, good for getting some materials, and there were some weapons that you can get, like fish weapons, like the fishing greatsword or the dual fish swords. Well, that's usually about it. Fishing gives a little bit of stuff. Now we get a look at the new little native creatures.
Fishing adventure to catch the greatest.
And hopefully this time around they don't try to steal your stuff like the
Where are we at now?
other palette codes
Looks
too.
like we've got our newly introduced Woodward friends here. So this is one of their little village. Little bed there. This is the Woodward hideout, which makes me sound like you're gonna have to do some investigating to find it.
I like these little guys. I think they have a good look to them.
They're a big fan of fish as well, judging by what's hanging out.
It's so cool, like seeing like the specific, inhabitants of each locale. It's very unique, very different. It looks like this, like basically here they kind of collect the different.
Don't want to make it too long.
Things around them, and they wear them. You can kind of see that.
We'll skip forward some.
Stick to this on screen.
Going over here as well. The atmospheric.
All else was left.
Hey, look! The woodwoods have come up. Yeah, yeah. Oh.
Having a little bonfire. Oh, that's about it. It's just that. And then, of course, again, you have all of the deluxe edition stuff. Deluxe, premium.
Your hype.
This is all deluxe. All of this right here is for the deluxe edition and then the premium edition. Now, I don't think you're going to get early access. Oh, wait, with the premium, you get all of this and then the 2 extra DLC, cosmetic DLC. Let me stress that. It's not the unless it is the actual deal. No. These are the 2 cosmetic to be at a later date. But yeah, these 2 images is what made me think I was going to be able to customize your little Raptor bird. Anyways, not to stress this out even longer than what it already has been, I kind of just wanted to go over some of the stuff that I showed off in here. I'll probably be doing something like this on the next, the next 3, hopefully 3. I'm pretty sure we're going to get at least 2 for sure. Don't know if we're going to see anything at the Game Awards, but if we do, fantastic. And hopefully we get access to a demo. Now, if we do get access to a demo, I probably won't be playing World. I'll probably end up just playing the demo like crazy. Probably put a good 100 hours into the demo, trying to get everything ironed out on what I want to do and all that. Testing out the weapons I want to use. Bringing it here to you guys. By the way, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you guys are looking forward to Wild as much as me, let me know what weapon you guys will be using, what weapon combination you guys will be using. Take care, be well, stay safe, and have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody. Stay safe out there.